Have you ever promised yourself you'd wake up early, set the alarm with determination, only to silence it and wake up hours later with regret sitting heavy on your chest? Maybe you've heard it 1,000 times. Successful people wake up early. Maybe you tried it once or 5 times, and every time life pulled you back to the same routine. You tell yourself, I'm not built for mornings. I work hard already. I'll start when things get better. But what if the most important decisions of your life are made before the sun rises? What if one ordinary man proved that your future is shaped in the quiet hours when the world is asleep? This is not a story about motivation. This is a story about transformation. Stay till the end, because this might be the moment you stop hitting snooze on your life. In a dusty manufacturing town where machines never truly slept, lived a 29-year-old man named Daniel. Daniel worked as a contract worker at a packaging factory. His shift started at 7 p.m. and ended at 5:30 every morning. 12 hours of noise, standing, lifting, repeating the same motions again and again. By the time he walked home, the town was just waking up. Shops opening, children heading to school, men in pressed shirts stepping into buses with purpose. Daniel walked in the opposite direction, exhausted, invisible. His room was small. 1 chair, 1 table, a mattress on the floor. The ceiling leaked during monsoon. His phone screen was cracked, just like his confidence. But the worst part wasn't the money. It was the feeling that his life was paused while everyone else's was moving forward. Every morning, as he lay down to sleep, one thought haunted him. Is this all my life will ever be? Daniel wasn't lazy. He worked harder than most people he knew, but hard work without direction was slowly killing his hope. His father had passed away years ago. His mother lived alone in their village, surviving on a small pension. Every call ended the same way. Take care of yourself, Beta. I'm proud of you. But Daniel could hear the worry behind her words. One winter morning, just after finishing his shift, his phone rang. It was his uncle. Daniel, your mother fainted. She's in the clinic. The world went silent. He took the first bus out of town. The sky was still dark when he reached the village. Inside the small clinic, his mother lay weak, eyes half open. The doctor spoke softly. Stress, weakness, poor nutrition. Daniel held his mother's hand, feeling the roughness of years of sacrifice. She looked at him and whispered, "Don't live tired like me." Those words hit harder than any insult ever could. That morning, Daniel stepped outside the clinic at exactly 5 a.m. The village was quiet, cold air, faint light on the horizon, a few farmers walking silently toward their fields. For the first time, Daniel noticed something. This hour felt different. No rush, no noise, no pressure. Just clarity. Standing there, he made a decision. Not loud, not dramatic, but real. I won't live like this forever. On the bus back to the city, Daniel sat across from a man in his late 40s, calm, well-dressed, reading a notebook. Daniel recognized him. Mr. Rao, a local entrepreneur who owned multiple warehouses. The time caught Daniel's attention, 6:10 a.m. Curiosity overcame fear. Sir, may I ask you something? Mr. Rao smiled. Of course. Why are you traveling so early? Mr. Rao closed his notebook. Because my day begins at 4:45 a.m. Daniel frowned. But sleep? I sleep early. I wake early. That's how I built my life. Mr. Rao studied Daniel's tired eyes. You work nights, don't you? Daniel nodded. And you sleep when the world works. That's why you feel left behind. Then he said something Daniel would never forget. The hours before sunrise decide who you become. He explained how those quiet hours were used for learning, planning, and building, while others wasted them unconsciously. Before getting off, Mr. Rao handed Daniel a small card. If you're serious about changing, call me, but only if you're ready to suffer first. Daniel called. The next day, he did something radical. Instead of sleeping till evening, he slept for a few hours and woke up at 5 a.m. His body hated him. His mind begged him to stop, but he remembered his mother's face. Every morning, Daniel sat at his table with his phone and an old notebook. He learned basic computer skills, then spreadsheets, then inventory management. From 6 to 6:30, he walked. From 6:30 to 7, he planned. No motivation, just discipline. The first 2 weeks were brutal, but on day 19, something changed. He woke up before the alarm. His mind felt sharper, his body lighter, his confidence quiet but growing. 3 months later, Daniel redesigned a tracking system at the factory using what he learned. Management noticed. 6 months later, he was moved to an office role. 1 year later, Daniel no longer worked nights, but he still woke up at 5 a.m. Not because he had to, because that hour had rebuilt him. So here's the question. Tomorrow morning, when your alarm rings, will you hit snooze, or will you meet the version of yourself that's waiting on the other side of discipline? Your future doesn't start someday. It starts at 5 a.m.